here. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Today, on another exciting episode of Streamin Demons, we have none other than my co-host, Voodoo Priestess. Say hello.
Hello.
And her co-host from Throwdown, or as I have to say, Hoedown, none other than Box Human or JM Brannyk.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Will
those two be able to have a peaceful coexistence now, or shall I get my katanas out and slice and dice like Wolverine style? Now, for those who are brand new to Throwdown, who cares? If you're brand new to the Streamin Demons, we do one borrowed, which is a rental, one new, and one old. And I'm not sure if Voodoo Priestess is actually freezing. I think the camera is freezing. No, it doesn't really there.
No, it wasn't. I was just not really.
I saw that movement. She's still alive. Keep going, Jim.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as they're still alive, we're fine. So, as always, because I am a very lazy bear, we let our guest go first. Brannyk, take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you. I have Sam and Mattie make a zombie movie, which is
Sam and Mattie. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I am jealous. I am slightly peeved, disturbed, maybe even to you, because I wanted that movie. I wanted to watch that movie so badly, and I was like, "Oh, you took it."
I did.
You took it.
I'm a stealer. I take things.
Oh my god.
I take only good things.
Tell us about Sam and Mattie, and let's see if I should still be upset.
Oh, you should be. Okay, so Sam and Mattie Make a Zombie Movie is a documentary about two BFFs with Down syndrome making a zombie movie. And that's just the very tip of the iceberg. That's basically. So what is Sam and Mattie Make a Zombie Movie really about? It's about duality. It is, in fact, two movies in one. It's both a documentary and the movie Spring Break Zombie Massacre, which Sam and Mattie made.
Spring Break Zombie Massacre. I need to see this too.
You do. Everybody should, and everybody should buy it. But it's also about two men, Sam and Mattie, who have different styles, but with one dream, which is to make a movie. It's about laughter and tears, the duality of art, okay, I'm not going to say it, but basically the happy face, frowny face of the art series, because in this, you laugh, you will cry. It is so emotional. But it's also about the duality of having a dream and the success and failure that comes with that dream. And this movie is also about two things that make just a phenomenal story in and of itself, which is heart and grit. We see
heart and grit. Wait.
Heart and grit.
Heart. Like Ann Wilson? Ann Wilson's in this movie?
You need to update it for your audience. Nobody will get that.
It's a heart joke.
Oh, you mean the band?
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. See?
You got one. You got lucky.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
I do have a question.
I'm not done.
Oh,
hold it off.
This is what you get for putting your cam on, Evie.
Hold it up. You need to hold off your questions. I'm on a roll.
I thought that was a chair.
So we see the process, the long and winding road to get to the end. We see the struggles they endure to create and ultimately finish this work of art, which is Spring Break Zombie Massacre. Rustling my notes like an asshole.
Is that the entire title? Spring Break Zombie Massacre, rustling notes like an asshole?
No. That's just my notes. I rustled my notes like an asshole. Always.
And see, Voodoo, all you do is kind of jump in like I do. Raising your hand like a kid. Don't raise your hand. Just jump in with that question.
Fine. What's your question? What is?
I wanted to know, how much horror was actually in it, because the way you're describing it doesn't sound like much of a horror movie.
The documentary part, no, but the documentary part shows you people who are interested in horror, the behind the scenes. How does this get made? How does this work? How do we put everything together to make a movie?
Okay, so for some reason, I was under the impression that Sam and Mattie Make a Zombie Movie was actually the title of the zombie movie, and it was some sort of Like,
no, we're
one
going
cut of
meta.
the dead.
We are going meta. So the actual zombie movie is Spring Break Zombie Massacre. That's the actual movie that they created. Sam and Mattie created. These two best friends. So now we're going meta. We're going even further
Like
out.
Zach and Miriam make a porno. Meta.
Yes.
Like,
but in this, two best friends.
I think they're two best friends in that one too.
They don't make a porno.
Seth Rogen and I forgot the.
But so
the
this is
lead.
the documentary of how they made that movie. So the movie is in there. It's kind of like in the middle chunk. It's the meat of the sandwich. And the bread around it is the documentary of how it was created and after it was finished.
okay.
So Sam and Mattie Make a Zombie Movie is also about the duality of everyday Sam and Mattie and their bionic, ass-kicking alter egos of their film. And I'm not kidding. I did cry at the end. I won't spoil why. But I will say that it was from an astute observation, like from Sam, about goals and about our relationships with others. And it was very connecting. So their movie is very camp. It is crazy, cuckoo, bananas, balls to the walls camp. So if you don't like camp or you don't like wish fulfillment movies with over-the-top hyper masculinity, I would still say watch it because what you'll find is in there is something worth exploring. It's not just about filmmaking. It's not just about people with disabilities. It's not just about reaching your dreams. It's about the honesty and authenticity of the spirit of creating art within this form. And it's just a fantastic film on all sides.
Now, when you say camp, are we talking Adam West Batman camp?
We are talking Velocipaster type camp. We're talking a 90s Charles Band type camp.
Can you update it for people like me?
Velocipaster is or update?
That was the update.
How about just you guys
Better
are talking
House
about
Shark.
things. The what?
Sharknado?
Now?
A Better House.
Okay, Sharknado. I know. Okay, so it's like Sharknado.
It's like Sharknado without the budget, but more practical effects.
Out in Zering, but better effects.
They're more practical effects.
More practical.
And it's just, I would say it's better written and better acted than I don't like Sharknado, guys. I don't
either, really, but
I don't
really?
like it.
I love Sharknado.
And I love camp, and I hate that movie. But because I think the reason why I don't like Sharknado is because it's missing heart.
And
yes.
This is what this movie brings.
This movie has heart. I mean, where else are you going to get a scene where this little kid is bullied and our two mains, Sam and Maddie, come up, save him, do an ollie on a skateboard, go flying into the air with a burrito, tell the bullies later, bitches, and then get out of there. Like, I mean, it's pure masterpiece.
So the movie is satisfying at the end? You feel satisfied watching it?
You feel satisfied. You know, honestly, I would have taken more of the Sam and Mattie movie, the Spring Break Zombie Massacre. I think they could have padded that into, because it's only 45 minutes, I believe, and they could have definitely padded it into something longer.
And how long altogether is the entirety of the
But
movie?
Sam and Mattie Make a Zombie Movie is about 2 hours.
Wow.
So it's the everyday life of Sam and Maddie from start to finish. Them going through the scripts, them calling and seeing what kind of budget they have, what they can work with, calling in favors, the special effects of Chucky, and I'm so sorry I forget his name, but he's involved in it.
Chucky's involved?
You mean like Brad Dourif?
I believe so. I want to say that.
That's the most unsure thing ever.
I'm sorry. But I know that I believe it's the director of Dumb and Dumber who comes to direct their movie. They do like script readings. I mean, like, it is the nuts and bolts of how to make a movie and how these two men made a movie and what happened afterwards. Like what did happen after the premiere. So
no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah,
No
no spoilers.
spoilers. But I'm telling you, like at the end, and I was really on the Sam wavelength. Like I'm like, Sam, you're my dude. There's like there's a dramatic moment in the movie, and it's really bad on Sam. And there's a point when he just says, "Fuck my life," and I'm like, yes, I've been there, my friend. I've been there.
It's
a few times.
humanizing. I mean, we all need movies that remind us we're human.
Oh yeah, and absolutely. I mean, these two guys are so funny together, and they bounce off each other so fluidly that it's just so much fun to watch, just them being around each other.
Again, this is a movie I really wanted, but I got so much shit for taking witness infection without putting it up for grabs. I'm like,
really
okay,
punched him.
I'll put this one off. Or maybe I'll do it like at 12:03 in the morning. No one will see it. Like, oh, who knows? But Brannyk had insomnia. Like, oh, I want this. I'm like, ah.
It was right up my alley. I saw it and I had to take it.
Like
Very
a
cool.
vulture.
Right. How many Cthulhus though would you give the entire movie, not just the zombie, but and the Sam, Maddie, but the entire movie?
Okay, so I want to preface my score that I don't hand things out like Jim.
Oh man.
I don't
hand things out.
You hand things out. You throw out huge reviews left and right. I don't do that. In fact, I have only given this score to one other movie in my 1.5 years of working.
That's a fucking shark movie, isn't it?
For Haunted MTL.
It's 5 stars like Surf Nazi, or sorry, 5 Cthulhu's like Surf Nazi.
So when I say that this is not a hyperbolic score, I am being dead serious. I am giving it a 5 out of 5 Cthulhu's.
Wow, that's like an EV2. That's amazing. That's an amazing score. A 5 out of 5. Holy crow.
A 5 out of 5, which I've only given to Surf Nazis Must Die. Yes, which is another camp film. Camp classic. But yeah, I mean, this just, it doesn't pull its punches and it hits like I said, this is a great story. This is a classic story of heart and grit and determination and family and the love of the horror genre. And we need to celebrate it.
And it's actually like really gorgeous art.
Wow, and Evie doesn't like anything.
Evie does not like anything.
Holy crow. That's like high praise right there. Official Throwdown Evie Brannyk tag team stamp of approval right there.
Yeah, your embossed stamp of approval.
Wow. All right, that's a hard act to follow, so I'm not following it. Voodoo Priestess.
You suck.
What movie did
bitch.
you watch like 5 minutes ago? Because Voodoo's real movie, by the way, and thanks for again biting the bullet. She can't actually review it until it comes to more streaming locations.
Well, yeah. Well, you see, what happened was I went out in the theaters and watched it, and I assumed that because it was in theaters and stuff that it would be streaming places, because since the COVID, that's been happening everywhere. But
was it at AMC theater?
No, Century.
Fuck up my podcast. I don't have.
We
only got stock in one, man. I'm sorry.
Did you douse yourself in Lysol? I hope before you went to save everyone else.
No, but to be fair, even though the theater was pretty much sold out, there was only like 5 other people there, so no one else showed up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed because you know how you want to get the perfect seats and it's like kind of in the middle-ish is where you want to be at. I was more off to the side, and then I got in and the seats I wanted were available because no one fucking showed up for them.
Can you just walk?
I could, but I feel bad doing that. That's just mean.
Hold on. You have a hit and run.
Car. You can hit somebody with a car. That's okay.
You can do hit and run of an old woman, by the way.
No,
allegedly.
An old woman hit some lady. It doesn't matter. It
It
doesn't
happened in the
matter.
past.
The lady
It's
got
fine.
up. The lady got up. So as far as
Eventually.
I'm concerned, it was her fault. So there's no reason to stop for her. Anyway, let's.
She rolled out of the way.
She actually rolled over the car. But
So what did you end up
God.
choosing? What did you end up
yes,
choosing?
I ended up choosing a movie called Scary Bride. That's the name, right, Branny?
Yes, it
I'm not touching
is.
this one.
Good job.
Yeah. So I didn't realize going into this, but Scary Bride is a horror comedy. And for the most part, the comedy actually sticks.
Really?
And it has good musical choices or background and ambient music.
Now,
It
is the
has-
music made within the movie? I won't say the word because I don't want Joe Bob knocking on my door, knocking my teeth in. Or is it music as like a soundtrack? Do you know what I'm saying? Are they turning on the radio and the music comes from the radio, or is there a band in the background, or is this kind of like a overlay?
Is it diegetic?
Oh, damn it!
That's a term. That's the term.
Yeah,
That is the real term.
Joe Bob. It wasn't me. I swear to God,
I don't fucking watch you, so you.
it wasn't me. Oh, Christ.
I don't watch Jim, Joe, John.
Yeah, it was
Billy.
overlaid. It was
Beeping
like
out of this.
overlaid.
Or beep that out. Well,
No.
It was overlaid.
closest thing to a sponsor we have. I'm like, oh God.
It's a term. You can't TM a term. It's a
No,
fucking
he
term.
just doesn't like the term.
Well, who?
But it's
fucking
overlaid.
cares?
Okay, so
I
it's
don't
overlaid.
watch him.
Yeah.
You should, because I hear Evie
Well, I
and
don't.
Payne, and I almost said Ben, but it's Dave. I don't know why I said Ben.
Whoever
Oh,
we
I'm
get,
like-
we don't know our
So, dude,
writers.
They watch fucking Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In religiously. I myself, it is way too late for me. So you know, Brannyk and I are same time zone, and
It's not too late for me. I just don't want to watch it.
Okay, it's too late for me. I just can't stay up that late. I mean, it ends at 2:30 in the morning for me. I'm sorry.
I'm still up just to stay up, so
Just to stay up at 2:30. I can go to sleep.
I'm only gonna go to sleep when it actually ends, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Mm-mm. Sorry.
Anyway,
We
Scary
hijacked
Bride.
her, yes, Scary Bride.
Yeah.
Non-diegetic. Got it.
Oh, can I beat that
Anyway,
one out?
the movie.
I'll make it sound like you're like saying the
starts-
most filthiest word ever when I edit this.
The movie starts with a guy who has just recently been cheated on. He's divorced and sad. And then his friend comes home with a mail order Russian bride. Well, it's not mail order. He just went to Russia
This
and
is like
picked
a
up a
real.
bride.
Hold on. So you can still do this? What website is this? Asking for a friend. Asking for a friend, of course. Did
What
they get
movie
to the
this-
card?
This
No,
website.
what website is this alleged mail order Russian bride coming from? And
I
can they
didn't-
get past quarantines?
I didn't mean mail order. I was just
Oh.
using the term. What he did was he actually went over to Russia and got a bride to bring home.
I can see that working. I can see
Yeah.
that working.
Yeah. And so his friend, since our protagonist is so sad all the time, his friend's like, "You should go to Russia and find a bride," and he's like, "Okay." And that's where the story starts.
Oh shit! I was almost a friend. Oh wait, my friend was almost that friend, because that friend would definitely have gone to Russia too to get a mail order bride, or sorry, a bride.
Yeah. There is one weird thing about the movie is the way people speak. It sounds like it's been dubbed over, except if you like look at the mouth movements, the words are matching the mouths. So I don't know if this was something that they ended up like in post having to dub over a lot of the audio.
Is it Italian? Because we found out through Eli Roth, apparently, Italian films have to be fucking dubbed, even though they're made in English sometimes.
No. If anything, it'd probably would it have been Russian? Actually, I don't know.
No, they did.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll have to look it up
Canadian,
later.
because I can't understand them assholes at all.
Mm-mm. Not me neither.
I
dude.
just write for their websites.
so far we're in Canada. So you're saying Voodoo Priestess, it is a horror comedy. So which part is the mail order, excuse me, the Russian bride, of the horror or the comedy?
Basically, it's just that whole thing set up is just to get him to Russia, The real horror is his bride, his scary, scary bride. I don't know why they call her a bride. She's literally just a chick that he met and knew for an hour.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's how me and spouse met and got married.
That's how most marriage works. If you went to a hotel room once in a while, you know that.
Oh.
Sorry.
No,
All
it's
right.
okay. I'll just be alone forever then.
Okay, so the scary horror comes from the actual
the bride lady. Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it because you only find out what's happening. Like that horror stuff only pretty much comes in the last half.
Really?
Yeah. So cool. It's mostly just the first half is this buildup of the protagonist being really sad and trying to sort of get over his wife. Like it starts out with him looking sad, watching other couples be happy, and then it kind of goes into him being really horny and having wet dreams all the time. Or
that's the perfect date for me and spouse. I mean, looking at other happy couples, like going home and having wet dreams.
Yeah.
That's every marriage, right, guys?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And then when he goes to Russia, that's basically when it all starts. The first 3 minutes of the film, it kind of gives you a setup because it's a chick going shopping and she picks up a pair of hedge clippers. And then it takes another until the midway or last bit of the film for you to find out what's going on with that.
She's giving haircuts like Brutus the Barber Beefcake used to in WWF. Which I always figured out, like, why is he using hedge trimmers anyways? That's not a proper barbering tool. They didn't really go to barber school because who the hell was teaching them how to use hedge clippers for barbering? So back in the day, this thing was called wrestling.
Okay.
It's still going on.
The film is like really... It's kind of short. I think it's only like an hour 20, hour 14 minutes, something like that. So it's not like it overstays its welcome or anything. It's when you're in a mood for a horror comedy, I think this one's probably going to be pretty good.
It's a good spot. Now, how many Cthulhus would you give it?
Wait. I have a question first before you reveal. Before you reveal, I have a question for you. Why are you so messed up, Evie? No, I'm just kidding. That's not my question. Okay, so my real question is, because they build up this character so much in the front half to be relatable and to like him, is he actually relatable and likable?
I say he's a little bit relatable and a little bit likable because he's not like a complete pig or a complete asshole or anything. It just gets kind of weird where at the beginning, it starts out with this whole, he's been wronged by his girlfriend and he's looking at other happy couples. To him just being like, it felt like he was equating relationships with sex the entire second half. Like every time he was thinking about someone, he was like literally in a wet dream banging his friend's girlfriend who morphed into his old ex, which I can kind of get, as in you're snelled on over that relationship. Then he had some sort of weird 3-way dream and it's like they kind of got off the mark with the
so basically don't watch this with your parents.
Yeah, don't watch this with your parents.
Depending on your parents, man. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I've heard, Evie, you talked about watching that other one as a child, so who knows?
Bad biology? Yeah, don't watch this with your kids either. Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not.
If it makes you feel any better, I accidentally watched a porn with my mother once.
How do you accidentally watch a porno with your mom?
Okay, look. The Kuchisake Onna is a Japanese horror legend. There are 2 movies in Japan. One's called Carved, the Split Mouth Woman, and one is just Kuchisake Onna. Carved, the Split Mouth Woman, which translates to Kuchisake Onna, by the way, is a horror movie. The other one's a pink movie, which is basically like a softcore erotica. So they have the split mouth woman showing up in pictures or in mirrors and crap while people are getting it on, and then they get murdered.
Whoa! Does the Kuchisaka Onna woman like open up her mouth? You know what? I don't want to go any further. How many Cthulhu's? How many? You think was it?
I would probably give it a solid 3. A solid 3.5.
A solid 3.
I would. Oh, there's a joke here I'm not touching.
Please don't. I've had enough from the last.
Our HR department says I can't say someone's gonna give someone a solid 3.
No.
But that's pretty big for you, Evie.
Yeah,
Voodoo?
it's. I don't regret watching it. I'm not sure if I would rewatch it just because the train is coming.
There's
and
our
it's time to
special
go.
guest game.
Train agrees.
Damn it. I
It's the
live
techno
right
train.
next to it. I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing wrong with
But
that.
with everything in the movie, it probably got bogged down by the. I can't tell if it was bogged down by the ending or if it was made funnier for the ending, because it's kind of hinted at. Without spoiling, the ending is sort of kind of hinted at, but it doesn't necessarily. It's not necessarily original, and it's a type of ending I hate. So,
is it a happy ending? Is
I was
that
saying,
no
happy ending involving little kids going, "Yay! Everyone gets Christmas."
don't spoil it.
Yeah,
just
I
spoil
won't
it.
spoil it.
No
I won't-
spoilers, but we're spoiled enough by you giving it such a high rating.
Yeah.
But that's awesome sauce. Thanks, and thanks again for doing that in short notice. Again, the movie you were wanting to do, we'll do next time. Hopefully we'll do
whatever
next
comes
time
out.
by then, because I want to watch it too. Then, and that leaves me. Arrow gave me this movie. I did put this out
Again?
for like 5 seconds inside the chat room first. Threshold 2021. Now, the thing about Threshold that really got me, I think Brannyk, you'd really like their poster. That's kind of a cool poster. But B, I'll just read it from their little Venmo or Vimeo thing. Improvised, shot on 2 iPhones over the course of a 12-day road trip with a crew of 3, Threshold follows a sister claiming to be cursed as she persuades her brother to embark on a cross-country trip to break her spell. Convinced she's just using drugs, he agrees to the trip with one caveat. If there's nothing at their destination, she goes straight to rehab. What got me? 2 iPhones. They shot this on iPhones and improvised. I didn't even know about the improvised part. I actually thought it'd be, okay, iPhones is found footage or some shit like this. We've seen it before. You know, it's VHS. It's.
So is it
Blair Witch,
found footage?
No, they just shot the fuck out of this with 2 iPhones.
That's insane.
It is nuts. Oh,
So it's like the movie Unsane.
unsane, unseen, uncomplicated in the seams. Absolutely. And it reminds me of the movie 40 Days, because that was the first HD movie on the big screen. And everyone's like, you can't make a fucking HD movie for a big screen. It will never work. The guy's like, oh yeah, here's a zombie movie, 40 fucking days or whatever it was. 28 days. Was it 28 days, 40 days? I forgot the name of the movie already. But it's that big zombie movie, right? And it looked fantastic. And that movie gave a bunch of kids at film school an idea saying, well, shit, I don't have to like put all this money into getting this like 35 millimeter fucking shit or anything like that. I can just use my Nikon. I can use a fucking like i3 or whatever it is, or what you were shooting on, you know? And like Nick Groff kind of started out that way with just using all digitals. Now,
Wait, for
this-
Ghost Adventures?
yeah,
Nick
that's probably
from
the only
Nick
plug
from
I'll give him, because
Ghost Adventure.
I'm not going to give them, but that's his show. That was a show. But that's where a whole group of film students thought, like, shit, now I can do this too and make it big. His first stuff was not Ghost Adventures, by the way. It was actually a feature film.
I know. I just want to give you shit.
All good. Now, for the iPhones, it was bizarre because I was watching this movie. I'm thinking about the movie and about the improvisation, which I didn't kind of get until later on. Like, oh, I paused the movie once and did something. Like, oh, improvise, cool. I'm trying to figure out where they put the iPhones and how they would edit this and what it's going to be. And it came out really well done. For shooting with 2 iPhones, it came out really well done. To the part where I'm like, maybe bullshit, but probably not. That's how well they did it. You're like, the editing is phenomenal. It doesn't seem like you should be able to do this on an iPhone, but it's 1,000%. Apple is one of their sponsors at the end. It's 1,000% fucking iPhone done. And that means there's no excuse. There's no excuse to make any movie. If you say, I need a big camera. You don't need anything. You need a fucking phone. That's all you need now. Now, the improvisation, I will say right now, those 2 actors carried the movie through improvisation, and that's awesome. Sometimes things fell flat a bit, but not much. A lot of the things that they did hit. A lot of the things were real. A lot of the things were really engrossing, which was amazing to see as well. I'm seeing some no's from Brannyk. What's up, Brannyk?
No, because she's just eating.
Oh, Voodoo's eating? Voodoo can eat. She's a person.
No.
Oh my
Like,
god.
When she plays Pokemon Go or anything.
I am. I'm like, no.
I'm listening to you, Jim. I'm listening. It's the improv is very good. Well, and honestly, improv is so hard to do sometimes. And I can only imagine all the things that they had to cut. And when you're talking about the editing, like how difficult that would be.
The editing is amazing. It really is smooth cut. And you can see where they did use just 2 iPhones. You can see the angle is this set angle when they're talking to one person, and you got the cross angle here. But I was trying to catch even small things like, well, the iPhone has to appear somewhere in frame, but it doesn't. They might have edited that part out because there's some mirror work there too. The improv, they did have a little bit of a poster note on where they wanted to go with the movie. And I'm reading from a review. I didn't know this until I read this review. Until the 3rd act. In the 3rd act, they kind of let it a little bit looser. And that's actually where I have the most issue with this movie. I enjoyed the ride. I think it was a great build-up. It is not rated, but it would have an R for male frontal nudity.
Hey, I'm not okay. I'm going to sound weird, but I am always appreciative of that because we've seen so much female nudity throughout the years, which again, I don't mind.
She doesn't watch, or they don't watch the drive-through, but Darcy loves talking about this kind of stuff.
Male frontal, yeah. I think Darcy should watch this movie, absolutely. And this is something that they also do a language. They would get different language R as well. Not so much they say a bunch of F-bombs or like that, but they say the C word. And that's an
cookies?
Yeah,
but that's good cookies. Enough for me.
They say cookies. That is C is for, yeah. That's an auto R. But you have this, and it's smooth. The premise is cool. Because you really don't know if she's just kind of faking stuff or she's just going through a withdrawal. And it's the believable brother and sister thing, and the believable this and the believable setup. It's set in the real world for the most part. And a lot of things like I seen Arizona Charlie's, like, oh yeah, that's Arizona Charlie's. That's off Strip Vegas, sure, why not? But man, that 3rd act is about 4 minutes long. And so that's kind of is a ruined orgasm. You know? That's like the way to put it. Like, you're almost there, about to bring it off, like, oh fuck it, walk away. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I got my hand sanitizer right here from, Protect Your Hands by Wu-Tang Clan. Let's finish this off, baby. I didn't sanitize my shit for nothing.
I'm kind of confused that you won't say the word.
Hand sanitizer?
No, that you won't use the word cunt in the podcast, but you will. You will.
My word.
But I'll use climax?
No, you'll just use sex euphemisms.
Oh, I have no problem with cunt. It's just, I was trying to like the C word, like the C word. It actually starts with a Q originally, by the way.
Quant?
Yeah.
Quant?
Chaucer. Yeah.
Oh, that dude. Yeah, he's a foul mouth. He's a dirty birdie.
Empty space. But the third act needs to be longer. It's almost like they're like, oh, fuck it, and we're done. That's not spoiling it. I'm not saying what's going to happen, but yeah, and maybe it was just kind of like improvisation ran out or the plot ran out or whatever. Other than that, if you're going through the first 2 acts, brilliant. This is spot on. There's some hits, but go for it, Evie.
I don't know why I keep bringing this up with both of your movies, but how long is your movie?
Well, remember that 3 hard inches you were talking about? This one's only like hour 10, hour 15 maybe. It's not that long, and that's what I'm saying. It really could have gone like
a lot longer.
Yeah, and that's
longer and stronger.
Longer, but they're missing a third. They're basically missing a third act. They get into it and they just stop.
And I always say this to spouse, and they always like make fun of me, but this is true. You don't read a book to get to the middle. You don't watch a film to get to the middle. You want to see that end.
Yeah, and they could have done it pretty well done. Now, did it take away the enjoyment of the film? No, but damn it, it just really was a ruined orgasm. That's what it felt like.
My question is, was it scary? Are people going to be scared? Because that's a difficult, I think, thing, because you can build up tension with an iPhone, I suppose, but can you build up spooky and scariness?
I think the most scariest thing about this is probably the guy going through a divorce. and for a guy who's just went through a divorce, that's pretty fucking scary. Anyway, that's why I connected him. Like, he's a teacher who's just going through a divorce. I'm like, motherfuckers.
This sounds like
hit me where it hurt.
Right, so this was in like the Vegas kind of area. This is about
Cali. Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like, I've been there. I know what that is. Oh, that's I've seen that mountain before. Like, is this Barstow that they're fucking shooting at or what? Yeah, it's a bit of all of that, and it's kind of funny. There's a scene where at the beginning they're like having coffee. And she's like, I don't want to drink coffee. I don't want anything in me. And it's like, dude, you're like a heroin addict. Like, really? Coffee's your fucking limit? I'm like, yeah, that's realistic. I've seen this before. Some friends like, oh no, I can't have a Tylenol. I'm like, bro, you just fucking did ecstasy. You can't have Tylenol for your headache? Really? That's your fucking line. Pharmaceutical Tylenol. Okay. So everything was connectable, and I think that's what kind of brings you in. That's kind of what brings you in. And there is a part which I won't describe in detail, but for someone she thinks she's possessed, and one of the things you never do for a possessed person is whip out anything that makes you do automatic writing or some sorts of other, like, contacting demons and stuff like that. Like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's do this. I'm like, whoa, dude, what the shit, man? So you're kind of dabbling with Exorcist. Imagine Exorcist instead of a younger, oh my God, it's no one believes you Exorcist.
It's a gaslighting exorcist.
It really might be the gaslighting exorcist. Threshold, the gaslighting exorcist.
There's your tagline.
There you go. Yeah, and it's cool. I love when people can do improv with things. I always love going on set and going, here's the thing, you did it. Great, now let's have fun. This is all apparently, let's just have fun. And because of that, because of the strengths, I'm not going, if this was shot on a traditional budget for traditional filmmaking with a set, it might be 3 Cthulhus. But because of the way they did it with improv and 2 iPhones, 4 out of 5 Cthulhus. But they give you a bump up. I give away, just like candy. I just give it away.
Yep, you give it away like candy.
But if you improv an hour and 20-minute movie plus whatever you cut out on 2 iPhones, I'll give you guys 4 out of 5 because of those two.
You know the movie Creep? Like, I still love that movie, but that one was pretty much all improv, and then the halfway mark, they decided to just make it a horror movie.
Oh, snuff film. Did we do Creep before?
Have we done Creep? Oh, you know what? I've talked about this on the Bloody Mary podcast because I have a neighbor who reminds me of the dude from that movie.
See, and I do listen to Bloody Mary podcast, which is a great segue into Brannyk. What do you want to plug?
That's a great damn question. You know what? I'm going to be a meta dick, and I'm going to plug my own damn movie of this time. I think people should go out and see Sam and Mattie. It is available on several streaming sites, actually. Things, places, I'm looking it up.
Places, people, elsewhere. And while you're doing that, if you do have Arrow, I do know Threshold's coming out for realsies in May 3rd-ish, which is actually a bit after my anniversary. So if you want to do something well for my anniversary, watch Threshold on Arrow.
Or if you want to watch something fun and full of heart, you can watch Sam and Mattie, and that's Mattie, make a zombie movie, and you can get it on YouTube, you can get it on Google Play, Voodoo, and Apple TV.
Voodoo, that's very cool.
You
can't get it. Oh, yeah, I'm like, you can't get it on Voodoo, can you? Which reminds me, that's a good choice too. And you know what? I am going to watch Sam and Mattie. Screw you all. I'm gonna give them my hard-earned cash, and I'm gonna rent the shit out of that.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm also going to plug that hopefully I will have an interview with them as well.
Nice. And I can't wait to hear that one or read it or however it's going to come.
And I never do that. Trust me, these guys know I hate doing interviews. And
it's true.
I hate it. I hate talking to people. But I was so excited for interview opportunities with this because this is a movie that I absolutely want to know more about.
That is awesome sauce and cool. And Voodoo Priestess, if that is your real name.
Yeah. I will plug a random comic that's in my room that I love. Mostly because I've been watching a lot of horror movies, and for some god-awful reason, all the horror movies I've chosen lately, the dog fucking dies.
I hate that.
Dog dies. I know.
I hate that.
It's
done automatic. It loses a Cthulhu.
So I recommend this comic, Dog of the Dead.
Cool.
It's a dog dies in a zombie attack. Or no, wait, it doesn't. A kid dies in a zombie attack, and the dog follows him faithfully, his best friend, to the end. It is such a sweet little comic.
It looks very cute. Like, the art style is really good and very cute looking.
It
even the zombie kid looks very adorable, and the dog is carrying his arm.
Yes, it's so cute. It's written by Maxwell Shepherd and illustrated by Eli Beard. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I remember when I went to the convention, I got them both to sign it for me just because, well, I have no idea who any of them are, but I was like, it's your baby, so you should sign it. And I love this book.
Like, you must sign this. I don't care who you are. But that's awesome. And you should see the way Evie or Voodoo Priestess lights up when she said that the kid dies in the beginning.
Oh, so happy.
The best book in the world. Oh, there's a dog in it too? It's even better.
I know.
That is awesome. And you know what? I think Voodoo should review that for the website because we need more graphic novels being reviewed.
Aw.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That is so cool. That is very drawing-ish. I like it.
Oh, that is super cute.
Yeah.
Now, is that manga?
No, it's an actual American comic.
American
manga.
Comics? Not manga?
Manga is different.
Is that
it's not manhwa? It's not.
Manga is different.
Calm Stains. Oh,
Kane Saga. It actually kind of does look like it when you're moving it around.
I can see it.
Stop showing him your hentai, please.
It's not, even though.
Ooh, I like this tentacle.
It's not Yami no Matsue, which is another plug into Bloody Mary's podcast.
Yeah, and remember,
Yeah.
folks, not all tentacles rape. Now, for my plug, as I'm just kind of segueing into this shit, I am going to plug, even though I did not grow up watching Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In or any of Joe Bob Briggs' stuff. I didn't grow up. That was Dave. Dave grew up with all that stuff. I was way too high and drunk, what to say. So I didn't see any of that stuff. I think the most Joe Bob Briggs and we might have done the same clubs in Vegas. But patreon.com, patreon.com/Darcy the Mail Girl, DarcyTheMailGirl. This is for Last Drive-In fans, new people, old people who have not seen Joe Bob Briggs' massive archive. She's restoring all the lost footage. And for $7 a month, you get to do some cool stuff. This is Canadian, by the way. For $47 a month Canadian, you get even more cool stuff. Plus, you get some swag. And, of course, I put my money where my mouth is. I am already pre-loaded starting May 1st. Why the fuck not? To celebrate my anniversary. Damn it, I'm going to celebrate with Darcy the Mail Girl Patreon, watching some Joe Bob Briggs old footage for $47 a month. That's my plug.
Yeah, remember, Joe Bob Briggs was in the movie Casino.
And Hogzilla.
Darcy also has a pretty cool Twitter too.
Kinky_horror. That's Darcy's Twitter handle, and also Free Darcy's other one.
Yeah.
And if you are on Twitter tonight, we have Dave's taking over Haunted Montreal.
This is
Twitter
not
account.
going to.
This is not live.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put one out today. No, on Fridays, Fridays when the Last Drive-In is live on Shudder. And by the way, the Shudder people has been so nice to us. Shudder gives us a ton of free stuff. I would love to plug Shudder as well. Shudder Canada, not so fucking much, but Shudder Prime, we loves you. We love you. Get to your little redheaded stepchild up north, a little smacking around for us. But they have been overwhelmingly nice to us, and so has Darcy the Mail Girl, and so has Joe Bob Briggs. Been overwhelmingly nice to us, and everyone in Mutant Fam. So please, 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 my plug is going to be when you do have a Friday, if you can stay up 9 p.m. Eastern, which is what your time, Voodoo Priestess. I know we live in different time zones, not to out you, but
Is it like
6 o'clock. It's 6
6
o'clock.
o'clock.
Yeah.
6 o'clock your time. Awesome. Go check
Pacific.
this out.
Yeah.
Pacific.
I don't understand these time things, so I have my assistant co-host people to do the timey-wimey stuff.
It's just 3 hours.
Timey-wimey is good.
Guys.
Where's my bow
It's
tie?
just 3 hours.
Yeah. Now, in 15 minutes from now, Voodoo Priestess, who is doing a butterfly knife. The fuck?
It's her hair comb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever. Yo, don't cut me. You better check it out before Voodoo starts cutting people. She's gone off the reservation. She's gone insane in the membrane. It's all California props.
Combs your hair and braids it.
I need my hair braided when it gets long. So if you got time, check it out. Evangeline is doing her tweeting. Doc Payne's doing his. And Dave's taking over Haunted Montreal. And we all go in with kinky horror and try to bounce off each other in big Mutant Fam love. With that being said, remember, if you haven't seen a movie, wait a minute. If you've seen a movie, we haven't. Aha! I haven't been drinking yet, unfortunately. Oh, that's because, like, again, a couple billion people on the planet, I guess, and, like, movie theaters are closed and shit, and I live in Canada, and people don't live here, and whatever. Fuck. I don't know, man. Good for you. Give us a movie recommendation yourself. Without any further ado, adios, goodbye, Brannyk Box.
Goodbye.
Voodoo.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Dude.
I hear a cat.